Good evening, I'm Scott Beadle with St. George News at 8. A motorcycle crash in the wilderness on the south side of Pine Valley Mountain resulted in a St. George man being airlifted to the hospital Wednesday night. Police say around 7:40 p.m. the Washington County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team was dispatched to an area near Old Turkey Farm Road. Two men on off-road motorcycles had an accident during the ride. The man who crashed and his friend were wearing full motorcycle safety gear. It was ultimately determined the victim, a 39-year-old St. George area resident, had possibly injured his neck and back. After striking a deal with prosecutors, the mayor of Hurricane City entered a guilty plea in a case involving deer poaching. It happened on the mayor's property in Kane County on the opening day of the 2016 General Rifle Hunt. Mayor John Wayne Bramall, 59, was initially charged with a felony count of attempted aiding or assisting in a wildlife violation and a misdemeanor count of aiding or assisting in a wildlife violation after he helped two people in illegally killing two deer. Bramall was sentenced to 2 years in jail plus fines, but District Judge Marvin Bagley suspended the jail time and all but $500 of the fines, as long as Bramall completes the terms of his probation. 3 men escaped without injury after the truck they were traveling in caught fire. The men were driving on Old Highway 91 in Washington County Wednesday around 6 p.m. The driver says the truck caught fire as they were driving. They pulled over and tried to extinguish it with water they had with them, but were unsuccessful. Beaver Dam Littlefield firefighters were dispatched to the scene just a few miles from their station. They were able to quickly put out the fire. The men were able to disconnect their trailer before the fire spread, salvaging the items that they were towing. The driver says it appears that fire started in the transmission. The Lake Powell Pipeline project is making progress despite continued opposition from some groups. On Friday, the Division of Water Resources submitted their responses to comments from the Bureau of Land Management and the National Park Service. The proposed 140-mile pipeline would take water from the Colorado River, crossing BLM and NPS land. Those two agencies and 24 others must give their approval for the project before it moves forward. The NPS stated concerns over wildlife protection and noise during construction. The BLM submitted 158 pages detailing their concerns. An environmental impact study is the next step in the process, and it will happen after the Federal Regulatory Commission deems the project ready. That process could begin at the end of June. There will be more opportunities for public input at that time. A popular trail in Zion National Park finally reopens after being closed for several months. The Lower Emerald Pool and Emerald Pool Trail reopened Friday morning after being closed on January 11th for mud and debris slides. The Emerald Pool Trail begins across from the Zion Lodge and leads to the Lower Emerald Pool and waterfalls. Park officials say they worked tirelessly to clear and rebuild the trail. Terror in Sweden after a truck rams into people in Stockholm, killing and injuring people walking along a busy shopping strip. Stephanie Ramos has the story for us.
Chaos and terror in Sweden after a driver slammed a truck into a crowd of people, then crashing it into an upscale department store in the heart of the capital. Swedish authorities say the driver hijacked the beverage truck while it was being unloaded nearby, sped off down a long stretch of road, ramming into people, lampposts, anything in its path.
You could actually see bodies lying on the street, and I could see the police covering a body with an orange blanket.
The attack sparking mass panic. People seen here running from the area. Stockholm's main train station evacuated.
There were blood everywhere. There were bodies on the ground everywhere. And the sense of panic, people standing by their loved ones.
Rescue vehicles racing to the scene where police say nearly a dozen people lay on the ground hurt. Armed police officers now patrolling the streets from the ground and in the air as Swedish authorities look to question this man seen in the area at the same time of the attack. The Swedish government calling this a deadly terror attack.
The government is informed of the situation and I'm getting continuous updates. We support all the authorities that are working on this, and we are asking the public to be alert and listen to police advice.
And back here at home, the Senate confirms Judge Neil Gorsuch as the 113th Supreme Court Justice. Gorsuch's confirmation comes after some furious objections from Democrats as Republicans use the so-called nuclear option, needing only 51 votes, not 60, to get Gorsuch confirmed. That final tally was 54 votes in favor, 45 against. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by Experimac. Experience Mac computers in a new way.
And welcome back, everyone. A happy Friday to you. Still seeing a wind advisory in effect for parts of the area. You can see from Cedar City up near Beaver, extreme parts of western Utah. Still seeing that wind advisory in effect until about 10 o'clock this evening. Have been seeing wind gusts as high as 50 to 60 miles per hour in some areas. Also just seeing those gusts basically sustained at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So as this wind starts to die down overnight tonight, we see our next system come in, bringing a chance for some showers into the forecast for your weekend. So we'll look at some clouds around, seeing those clouds increasing here. Even late this afternoon, seeing a few more clouds around, and we'll keep those clouds going as we get into the weekend. A few scattered showers out there on your Saturday, mainly during the morning hours. I think by afternoon may break the clouds up a little bit. And then by Sunday, we get some sunshine back, but we turn a little bit cooler across parts of the area, and then keeping sunshine in the forecast early next week, with temperatures eventually warming back up, and should be seeing temperatures get back above average by the middle part of next week. Here's our surface map then for your Saturday, again showing a little bit of precipitation on the map, a little bit of green here in southern Utah, indicating we could see some rain develop across the area. Seeing a bigger area of rain just off to our west, though, through parts of Nevada and California. That's a big low pressure system that will eventually swing through the area, and as it does so, we'll bring some showers along with it. And then once it does move by, some cooler temperatures come back in. It looks like temperatures drop back into the low 70s, even some upper 60s in some areas by the time we get into Sunday. So seeing some cooler temperatures definitely in our extended forecast. Now for your Saturday in Cedar City, a little bit of rain around again through the noon hour. Could see some of that rain as highs reach about 60 degrees, but those winds will be gusty still, south-southwest winds as high as 25 miles per hour. And by afternoon, may start to see a little breakout of a little bit of sun. Here in St. George and southern Utah, then again seeing some rain around during the day, at least through the noon hour. Some scattered rain chances, but by afternoon could see some sunshine return. And with that, temperatures do make it back into the low 70s, but those southwest winds still being gusty as high as 20 miles per hour, maybe 25, high reaching 72 in St. George. Here's a look at our highs from today. Yeah, we had 80 degrees today in St. George, 80 degrees also in Hurricane, 66 Cedar City, mid 80s over in Mesquite and Vegas. They saw highs of 85 degrees late this afternoon. Start seeing a little bit of that rain move in here overnight tonight. Temperatures drop back into the upper 40s around Cedar City. Rain chances from Mesquite to Hurricane, temperatures into the mid to upper 50s overnight. And as we get into your Saturday, then we'll see a little more rain in the forecast. Again, best chance of rain probably during the morning hours around St. George. 72 degrees the high temperature, 59 in Cedar City, 71 degrees Hurricane, and 77 degrees the high temperature in Mesquite. But again, look at those winds. Southwest winds could be gusting as high as 20 to 30 miles per hour throughout the day on Saturday. Here's your 7-day forecast for Cedar City. Temperatures drop back into the low 50s on Sunday, so a little cooler as we get into Sunday, and then warm back up early next week, getting back into the mid 60s. Could be in the 70s by the middle part of next week. Lots of sunshine in the forecast around St. George and southern Utah. Temperatures do drop back into the mid 60s on Sunday, a high of 66 with a few clouds out there. Definitely a little bit cooler than we've been seeing lately. And then could see a few isolated showers come in early next week. Highs into the 70s, then low 80s return for the middle part of next week.
Quite a few chances of rain coming up.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a more active pattern here next couple days anyway, but temperatures are going to be not bad on Saturday, but a little bit cooler though for Sunday before we warm back up early next week.
All right, thanks, Chris. Still ahead, a bird named Einstein. Don't fly the coop. The Knoxville Zoo's Einstein the Parrot is showing off some impressive impressions.
Can you do a red wolf? How about an owl? The pretty songbirds? How about a rooster? A horse? Good. How about your best friend the skunk?
Stinker.
Stinker. Can you do a cat? How about a dog? Can you bark?
Einstein and his trainer displayed some of the most amazing tricks yesterday to celebrate the gray African parrot's 30th hatch day. His birthday celebration continues into the weekend.
Very smart parrot.
Yeah, he is very talented.
That is for sure.
Well, thanks for watching.
Hope you have a great weekend.